Alright, my fine feathered friends. It's your court-appointed lawyer, Sark Raven Locke. Yeah, that's who I am. I'm gonna be playing some more Phoenix Wright. You guys on YouTube get to see this, but people on Twitch, I'm still not streaming live yet. I'll be back maybe next week. I don't know. I'm just taking some time off. Anyways, October 9th, 9:42 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 1. Huh. Huh. Mr. Wright? Yes? Why do you look so, unhappy? Nothing. Really, it's nothing. Right, Mia? Oh, she looks even unhappier. Phoenix, your client is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. This is no time for dead people jokes, please. You know, we're going into trial utterly defenseless. Yet, if Mr. Power is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked? We have to find something, Phoenix, today. That's it. Or lose the trial. This isn't going to be easy. I really wish I had a voice changer. I would like go ahead and like say, okay, like set up ahead of time, like, okay, like how many voices I need, set those up, and then have like inner monologue for like when it's like him thinking. One of these days. Court is down. Court is now in session. Control of Mr. Power. I can't. This is an old man. Honestly, I shouldn't do voices right now. I'm gonna be doing this for 2 hours, though. Hi, Gender. Hi. Okay, you can rub my back while I'm playing this. Okay, good job. The procrastination. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Your Honor, the prosecution or the procrastination is not ready. We need more time here, sir. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. An unexpected fact that has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday we learned that there was other people present at the studios. Today I would like to show evidence proving they had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. Let me call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. Whenever the producer is going to come out. The prosecution calls Mr. Sal Manila to the stand. Or that director? Sal Manila. It took me so long to like realize his name was Sal Manila. Because I couldn't pronounce his last name wrong, and finally it clicked. Gender, a little, there we go, right in the middle. Ah, it feels so good. Is it weird that I like when my dog licks my back? It's like a nice, wet, warm massage. I didn't see you stop. What does state the name of the profession? How rude can you get? Okay, so what is you? It's like J00. I like had to figure out by context that meant you. I know he's speaking Leet or whatever the computer language is. This is stupid. You don't know me. I'm the director. I make the Steel Samurai, noob. Ruffalo. How do you pronounce R-O-F-O? Ruffalo? I don't know. But he's like literally saying, he's either saying Ruffalo or he's saying R-F-L-O instead of laughing. Salmonella, I'm a director television. Right at the Global Studios on the day of the murder? Yes, Your Honor. Things that make you say, Very well, please testify in a court about the events of that day. Phoenix, let's start by picking this testimony apart. If Power is innocent, you'll know what that means. Somebody in the trailer on that day, somebody in the trailer on that day did it. Right, she doesn't waste any time putting all the pressure. Yeah, she doesn't. The day of the murder. I was in the studio from around 9 that morning. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run through. I gotta press him on that because why is he saying I took a lot more than I thought it would. I heard that everyone else ate lunch and deployed area, not arena. But I had the meeting videos. Stop! My wife is like laughing at me. The eating arena. Get your forks ready and eat. But I had a meeting in Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4 o'clock. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left the chairs. He's pretty sure. That's about it. He's pretty sure nobody left their chairs. That's some fifth statement. Okay. So I gotta press them on. They skipped lunch. But what the other thing was like, the time Mr. Hammer's death was at 2:30 p.m. and according to the testimony during the meeting at that time, right, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. All right, so we know they didn't skip lunch because there were plates at the scene of what he said he was, but they said why would there be plates? This duty from around 9 that morning, and during the morning we were doing an action scene run through. I took a lot of time and then thought it would. I hear that everybody else ate lunch in the employees area. I almost said it again. But we had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. Hold it. So, in the end, you didn't get to eat? Why would you get to eat in the end? It's gross. You eat in your mouth. Yeah, no steak at least. Can you believe that? Or believe it? That must have been tough. Phoenix. Yeah? Doesn't something about that seem odd to you? It's contradictory. Yeah, it is contradictory. Yeah, it does seem odd, not that you mention it. Mr. Manila. What? What do you mean, sweats? So that comment was like, sweats. I don't know. When I went to the trailer, I saw something on the table. There were 2 plates on the table, the same kind of plates in an employee area. God, who ate lunch there? My father! Good call, Sweats. I was embarrassed that I didn't mention it, but I did eat after all. God, why does he, I hate that. He looks at the camera, like, all hentai style, and he, like, licks his lips. He's like, it's like, stop it, what the absolute hell? The T-bone steak, you mean? Yeah, well, I mean, the system went through all the trouble. I brought it to me in the trailer thinking I could eat it later. Clearly a man who likes to eat, I'd suspect as much. So when exactly did you eat it? We took one break during that meeting. I wolfed it down then, drool. A mental image I will carry with me to my grave. Wait a second. If they took a break in the meeting, that contradicts his testimony. I'll press on that one a bit more. Alright, so we gotta press on like nobody left the meeting. During the meeting, I'm pretty sure nobody left their chairs. Press. Hold it. You didn't take a single break? Well, yeah. Not a once, Sweats. We just literally just said this game. What's he sweating so much about, I wonder? If only I had an idea. Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea. Wait a second. Mr. Manella, you just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate a T-bone steak during a break? Oops. Ruffalo. Well? Mr. Manila, what's this about? Well, yeah, I guess we did take a little break. Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor, I called the witness to testify in court about this break. Very well. Mr. Manila, your testimony, please. Irk! Uh-oh. Edgeworth is laughing. Irk. The break. Yeah, FWIW, we took a break. Ruffalo. For why I would. What is FWIW? What the hell? But it was only 15 minutes. 15, that's only 13 in the base 12. Not enough time for someone to say commit murder in Studio One. LOL. Lol. That's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak, and if you ask me, steams. That's my steam sound. I don't think it would even be enough time for that, but that's just me. Very well. You must begin your cross-examination. Alright. Took a break. Press. Hold it. At what time did you take exactly did you take the break? I knew I was gonna say that before I even read it. I say it was from 2:30 to 4. I'd say it was from around 2:30 or so until 2:45. 2:30? That's the time of the death. So we could have gone to Studio One, killed Hammer, and come back. I guess it's possible time-wise. Huh? How's he know it's enough time to kill somebody? Why is that? Haven't you had enough of the pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, the testimony to this point has made one certain fact plainly clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with the murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio One. What? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Surely you weren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio One. Well, Mr. Wright? Phoenix, this is crucial. Think about it before you give your answer. Do you claim somebody from the trailer went to Studio One? Yeah, because the clock, what time did the clock fall? Hold on. 2:15. Yeah, because the clock would have been fallen by then. Clock would have fallen by then, so they would have blocked. So it's impossible. I don't want to write off so many possible suspects, but I can't keep claiming the impossible either. I agree that it was impossible for anyone in the trailer to go to the studio in that time. Haha! I thought you might be thoughtlessly treading on thin ice again, but I see you had at least some inkling of the truth. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? It's quite simple. True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of the death. However, the path from the scene of the crime was blocked by the fallen Mr. Monkeyhead barred the way. Around 2:15, a strong gust of wind knocked off the studio mascot head. Ergo, when the people took the break in the trailer, when the people in the trailer took a break at 2:30, the way the studio's blocked by Mrs. Monkey's severed head. Mrs. Monkey? It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. Okay. I thought, like, why did I miss something up? Oh, no, but he's messing it up. That's why I feel no desire to correct him. I believe you may have seen enough evidence. Oh, thank God, thank God. I would like to relieve Mr. Manila from the stand. Oh, thank God, thank God. Wait, is it over? I don't mind Edgeworth has to, like, bow all the time. The court's opinion on the case as follows. We have found that there were several other people in the studio on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio One. They therefore have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. And all that is lacking is decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid I would have to find Mr. Powers guilty. Your Honor, The prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have decisive evidence. A witness. Robber. Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth? My witness saw the very moment that when the Steel Samurai skewered the victim. Robber. Order! I have order! I'm Judge Steve Harvey. I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we hear your witness. Court is adjourned for the recess. I something think it's funny whenever I was younger, I thought recess was like recess you went and like had in grade school. So it's like every time they'd have recess, it's like, are they going out to like get exercise? Is the judge like in the monkey bars right now? What the hell? Like I didn't know that recess meant like a break. Because in my mind, recess was just grade school recess. Huh, what do you think we're gonna do now, Mia? If everyone in the trailer has an alibi. I'm sorry, Phoenix, I guess I was wrong. But Mia, don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? Don't get me wrong, I've never given up on a trial before, not while there's a chance. Only one thing became clear in that cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio One. I thought there was more to it than that, but I was wrong. That's all there is. What's going to happen to me? It kind of seems like everybody in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer. Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you're innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee you it. Move to us and be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai, the hero of the children everywhere, after all. Thanks. Okay, Mr. Phoenix. Alright, okay, Phoenix is for the kids. Let's do it. This is for you, little Johnny. We're gonna prove the Steel Samurai innocent. October 19th, 11:15 a.m. District Court courtroom number 4. Say it ain't so, Mr. Samurai. Say it ain't so. Court is back in session with the trial, Mr. Will Powers. Prosecution has a concern, as our witness is a grade score of 10 years, and this is a murder case. We worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with this cruel test questioning. Nice to see that Edgeworth is taking a moral high ground. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. Wait, he's like basically throwing me on the bus saying I'm gonna like belliger a grade school kid. Your Honor, perhaps you should arrange the box for him to stand on? Oh, right. Guard, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do. Wait, what? A donut crate? So they have their donuts brought to them in the crates. In crates? How many donuts are they eating? Jeez. Will the witness state the name of and his grade in school? The witness. What? Just because you're all grown up doesn't mean you can push me around. Oomph! Cody, answer his question, okay? Hey, it's you, the nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade. I get the feeling this is gonna be a long, long day. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle. Witness, Cody. He's having trouble with the gentle thing. You were present at Global Studios on the day of the incident. You got a problem with that? Please tell us what you saw that day. What, Pops? You want me to tell you? Wait, you want me to tell you on Gramps with the beard over there? Just Mr. Edgeworth will be fine. I prefer bearded gentlemen, please. A very long day. Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in the courtroom. My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't be testifying if he couldn't bring it. It's like I'd like special permission if that's possible. Wait, so you're saying you had to bargain terms with the kid and you lost? Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet, but I could bring me to wherever I go. Phoenix, I wonder if he had the camera on the day of the murder. You'd probably make a note of it in the court record. Cody's camera added to the court record. Does he make a photo stuck in her or something? Because it not to use it? Is that what's going to happen? Well, very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw the day of the incident. Witness account. I wanted to see Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I found the map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path so the old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kind of lost along the way, though, for about 30 minutes. When I came out the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. It totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. Anyways, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home. Very well, the defense may begin the cross-examination, and be gentle. Remember, you're talking to a child. This kid is tougher than most adults I see here, and honestly. Alright. Let's use the Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I found my map on the internet when I went home to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path so the old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kind of lost in the way though for 30 minutes. When I came out the studio, there was a Steel Samurai. I totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. Of course, Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, that would have took a shot, I tell you. Wait. But he said he always had his camera. He just got the camera and he always had it on him. Liar. Cody, what you just said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear on that about that. Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right? Mr. Wright, a word with you? Uh-oh. I see you putting the pressure on too much. What is this? Is this digital camera contraption you're talking about? It's a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of like a new sort of camera. How do I explain that? I see. It's like it's trying to explain like Facebook to Congress or Twitter. I don't know how this stuff works because we're old. How does Facebook work, Mr. Zuckerberg? How does Twitter work, Elon Musk? I don't know. Where do my tweets go? Anyways, Cody, okay, a little side tangent. This is why we need terms on the Congress and the Senate, so we can get these old fogies out and get new blood in, and we can like have new ideas cycling through all the dang time. You know, they can have like terms like the president. That's the reason we have terms of the president, right? The president's not even the one running the country. The Congress and the Senate are. If the president wants to get something done, the Congress and the Senate can like stall until it goes away, which has happened a lot of times. They need to like do that for the Supreme Court. They shouldn't be a Supreme Court justice until they die. That's just ridiculous. I'm sorry. Then you get these people put in that like will vote against Roe versus Wade, and it's stuck like that forever until the guy dies. We get new judges in until it, you know, and then they'll come back and be like, oh, that guy was an idiot. We're gonna change it back. That could take forever. And then you got that one guy they could put in who admitted to being an alcoholic and having all these indiscretions. Whatever. I don't care. Whatever. Just whatever. I should run for president. I'm old enough to run for president. If I ran for president, I would set myself up for dictator for life. After I said about terms, but you know, whatever. I can't believe you wouldn't bring a camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you? Mr. Wright, how cruel are you to terrorize a poor child so? I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court. What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney? He's calling you out, Edgeworth, for being a dang liar. Because Edgeworth does whatever he can to get a guilty verdict, even if he's a lie about it. Well, Cody? What? Yeah, so I had my camera, so what? Big butt, so what? You got a problem with that? So you did have your camera, and did you use the camera? Why would I use it? I was too busy watching. Very well then. Please testify to the court about what you were busy watching. You see, there was this pretty lady that walked by. No, I'm just kidding. It's not Shin-chan. Hey, baby, you like green peppers? It's like Shin-chan's pickup line. It's so weird. I gotta watch some Shin-chan. It's on the anime thing I have. I don't know if it's like I don't know if it's like the American version or if it's like the actual not edited for kids TV thing. Yeah, I had my camera with me. A regular tampons. I had a regular vagina. I never saw that episode. My wife was telling me about episode you watched. Anyways, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stops moving. He's so strong. The Steel Samurai rules. And the other guy, the magistrate rules. That's what his name was. Is that all? Well, that was brief. Well, Mr. Wright, cross-examination. Cross-stitching. Statement. You had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off. The Steel Samurai goes to the bad guy and wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. Why? Huh? What do you mean why? Why wasn't the bad guy moving? Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice. And how exactly did you do that? Huh? How did you do that? With a samurai kick, a samurai punch, a samurai chop, a samurai slap, something like that. He's still being vague about this? What? Don't give me that look, Pops. How should I play this? Press him harder. We need to get the answers out of this kid. Cody. What? Something's bothering me. Before you said you couldn't take your eyes off the action. Yeah, so what? Yeah, you missed the most important part. What was the meaning of this? The witnesses started to say they saw quite clearly. You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me what kind of murderer used the samurai slap. My point is, Cody, you may have seen someone in a Steel Samurai's fight, but you missed the most important part, the killing blow. Order, Mr. Wright. How can this be? Can you explain how you must have missed something so vital? That's the thing. Phoenix. I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know. You can figure this out. Mr. Wright, your answer? We have to ascertain that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? He's watching something else. Show evidence. Your Honor, I have the evidence. Evidence? Yes, Your Honor. Why did Cody look away from the fight? Take that! It's a camera. Here's my proof. What's that? The camera? The one that stated that he recently received the camera. Yes, I'm aware of that. He wasn't entirely familiar with this operation. I'm aware of that too. Correct. Why would Cody be looking for somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture. Hey! Bullseye. What's your problem, Pops? I got a thing for picking on little kids. Pressing, not picking. Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying clearly. Smart of you to realize that there was no way you could just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture. Right. Cody, there's only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight. And that's because you were wanting to take a picture. But having just received the camera, you weren't used to using it yet. So you missed the climax of the fight, correct? Huh. Yeah. Well, Phoenix, I bet if anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Right, Mia means business. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more. But very well. Cody? Could you please tell us about your camera and about why you didn't take the picture of the fight? Welcome to the real world, kid. Wow, we are a jerk. No photo. Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain, so I held up my camera to take a picture, but the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. Yep. He seems kind of jittery on the last statement, right? I mean, because he's like, oh, that's what happened, yeah. Anything strange to the testimony, Mr. Wright? He's stuttering, yeah, I'm not sure. I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyways. Because he seems pretty confident to the last statement. Because, like, yeah, you're right, Pops. Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain, so I held my camera to take a picture, but the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. See, there's more that happened there, because he's like... He's not sure what he should say. That's all? Yeah, I told you, didn't I? I didn't take a picture. If I would have once got the lens open. Did he really not take the picture? Not even one? Nah, he definitely would have taken a picture. There's gotta be something here I can use. Cody? Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture. Hey! Bullseye. How did you know? I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers. Wow. Wow. This feels great. It feels great to bully a child. Great one, Phoenix Wright. You're a douche. Mr. Phoenix douche. I need better cushions. Hurt my butt. Okay, that hurts better. Yeah, I took a picture. Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody. I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. Oh yeah. Dude, he wouldn't erase them. He would keep all of these in the path of glory. Look at those. Received by Cody. Contains photos of every victory scene and every battle of the Steel Samurai has won. Can you explain this, Cody Hackins? Cody? What? Man, every time I say Cody, you follow with something bad. I just want to thank you for giving me this the other day. Huh? Oh, right. That was it you told me. Or what is it you told me then? I go at every live performance. I always take a picture when a Steel Samurai lines a fatal blow. Wazam! I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. Cody? Did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over this foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that it would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album? Ah! Sorry. Mr. Wright. What exactly is this album? It's called The Path of Glory. It's a collection of pictures from the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. It claims to be a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I see. Don't you find that odd, Your Honor? Among all the pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day. Order. Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? The Steel Samurai had defeated his adversary. That's where I would have expected to see a picture of an album. Exactly my point, Your Honor. No, wait, no way. Phoenix, I think you finally discovered the truth. And what the truth is, Mia, are you sure about this? Did he actually? Yes. I'm pretty sure what you're talking about is right. Your thing is right. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell me what the truth is. Mr. Wright, please explain to court what's going on here. Why is there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photo in his book? Photos already erased them by mistake. The Steel Samurai didn't win. I can only think of one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted the photos. Do you mean the Steel Samurai lost? Well, Cody, am I right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai. No way, no! It's impossible. The Steel Samurai never loses. He's never lost to anyone, ever. Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There's no reason why he lied. There was a reason why he lied and told us that he didn't take a picture. The same reason to erase the pictures from his photos. For Cody, it's inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody just witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. Water, I'll have water. Witness, Cody, is it this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw. Wah! Ricky, wah! Cody, that day you saw Steel Samurai lose a fight, right? Wah! Okay. You're right. That the Steel Samurai fell down. Then he didn't move. Wah! Order! What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Mr. Wright? The Steel Samurai is a murderer, not the victim. Yet, according to the witness statement, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell. Mr. Wright, what's going on here? Apparently, I've all made a serious error. An error? What's this about? Steel Samurai was the victim. If you understand what really happened, it's quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, he was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Cameron was the Steel Samurai. Order! So the Steel Samurai in this photograph? You're saying the man in the costume is the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer? That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew that Will's power foot was injured. But wait, hadn't Mr. Heimer gone to Studio One already? That's what everybody thought. Remember that what Miss Oldbag said in her testimony. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Did I see our former old Hammer? No. He was already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio One, nor was there a picture of him. He waited for the Powers to take his nap in the dressing room, then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. But why would the victim do such a thing? I don't know. I get it. I thought it was the Steel Samurai was moving strange, so it was a different person inside the suit. Pops. Me? What? Actually, there is one piece of data I saved. Data? Yeah, a photo from on my digital camera. Huh? What? Show us, quick. No way, man, not if you're gonna look at me like that. Now. Here, this is it. Huh? Well, looking at this, it's still hard. Still hard to say. I'm afraid it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright? I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence. Is this Studio 2, though? You can see the 2 right there. Did it happen in Studio 1? I'm sorry, it doesn't look like the proof we need. I'll give it back. Wait, Phoenix. Mia, what? Look at the photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. The photo's all the evidence you need to win this trial. What? Your Honor. May I see that photo once more? Certainly, I don't see why not. Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring decisive inconsistency of the facts as we know them in that photo. Find inconsistency in the photo. The fact that it's Studio 2? Your Honor, look at this. I see a gate. Might I draw your attention to the number on the gate? The number? Ah, yes. Well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. Clearly not a 1, Your Honor, correct? Ah! I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees that I'm getting at. But, that's impossible. Huh? What's all this about? Please explain that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court? I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here at Studio 1. However, what do you see in the photos taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on the gate of the photo, Your Honor. Here's a true scene of the crime. Show the judge where the murder took place. Here, at Studio 2. I see, that would explain the 2 in the gate in the photo. Your Honor, I find it very significant that murder took place in Studio 2. The trailer is there, the path is blocked, no filming was done there. The path of the trailer was blocked. So we have heard. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time. Yes, I suppose that would be the case. Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony? I want to remind the court. You said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet, it's actually the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones that had access to the scene of the crime, Studio 2. As you may recall, there was a trailer in Studio 2. Now on that day, the meeting was held at the very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of the death. During the break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss D. Vasquez were outside eating a steak. They were at the site of the crime. Order. The defense makes the following claims. The scene of crime in Studio 2. The person that the security guard Ms. Obeg saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole the Steel Samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. This is madness. Jack Hammer is the victim. The victim? Why would he steal the Steel Samurai's costume? Are you suggesting it did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim, Jack Hammer, stole the costume. I do have proof. I have proof. You do? You do, Mr. Wright? Now that's their surprise, and I am much less confident. I think I was right here, though. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. I found on the table that employee is only labeled to read sleeping pills. He drugged. I knew that somebody drugged somebody. This is it. An empty bottle, medication bottle. I found on the table the employee area, the same table Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads sleeping pills. Sleeping pills? The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent the entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Wait a moment. The bottle does raise some suspicions, yes. But there's no proof Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have proof. Fingerprint the bottle. Huh? An idea. Very well, let's hear it. I want to check the bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprint should show up on the bottle. Whoa! I suppose you're right. Very well. The court will take a processing to the of the bottle. Empty bottle given to the judge. The court will suspend proceeding to current trial for today. Cody Hackett's testimony has been revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than previously thought. The Steel Samurai seen by Mrs. Oldbag may have been the victim Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime is not Studio 1 but Studio 2, and those in the trailer did have time to commit the murder. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Your homework is to answer the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai suit? Also, who killed him and why? Find the answer for the meet by tomorrow. That's a lot of the homework. Mr. Edgeworth? Huh? You will need to reconsider your stance on this case. Above all, you need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor, the trial is now extended until tomorrow. This will be the last extension. Very well, court is adjourned. October 19th, 2:47 p.m. District Court to Defendant Lobby Number 1. Phew. That was a close one. We were saved by that hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during that trial. Me too. Really? You both seem so confident. Ha! Maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead there 3 times back there. Me too. Dead? Ho ho, of course we're kidding. Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers. We have to go make one final investigation. But I promise you we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right, thanks. To be continued. Alright, so now I have to do another investigation. Yes, we'll save. Not that it really does anything. October 19th, 3:27 p.m. at Wright & Co. offices. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad. Sorry, I missed it. Huh? Maya? So what happened? Well, I think we got a pretty good idea who did it. Now I need his motive and proof. Wow, good going, Nick. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's a new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They have so many cases in the system, they decided to speed up the whole process up. So under the system, trials have to end in 3 days. Yeah, pretty much. Well, we have no time to waste. Wow. October 19th, detention center, visitor room. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look at me like you're about to burst in tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed him in there. You could have stopped looking so vulnerable too. Hey, WP, only one day left. Let's make it count. Yes. Though there's not really anything I can do to help. I'm not really sure I can do what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. Could you tell me more about Mrs. Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. I say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Well, ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow. Director Manila, or Manila, yeah, whatever. Sam Manila, yeah, Mr. Manila. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manila? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director. But something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. And everyone knows the name Sam Manila. I hear it's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though. I can't imagine him jumping. Wow. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh. Yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in business, but he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. How could he do that? He was really looking for the sequel. I was really looking for the sequel of Samurai Summer. He just gave up on being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Mrs. Vasquez came to Global 5 years ago. Are they blackmailing him? I'm guessing there was like blackmail involved somewhere. So we're gonna go. Where are we going? My eyes hurt. I don't know. Why would a big star act like... I don't know, I didn't hear a joke. October 19th, Global Studios main gate. That's racist. No, my wife's not telling racist jokes. She said, why do you think it would be a black male? It's not, Joey. He's an Asian male. Gosh. You've been watching too much, Ted. I don't know, like, what to say when there's ellipses. This, the old one makes sure it's quiet today. You know, this place really is peaceful like this. Nick? I think her guard's down. Yeah? I bet we could even eat those donuts in a guard station if we wanted. Huh? You eat, you die. Phew, she's alive. Vasquez. I was wondering about the D. Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. So she always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. About Manila. Can I ask you about Sal Manila, the director? Sal? He's a pushover. Does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? Doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No. No, it doesn't, Maya. Poor innocent Maya. Mr. Hammer. About Mr. Hammer. Ah! I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer. You drag a star down from the sky and stomp on it, calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this. Uh-oh. She's really pissed at this time. Listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Powers' costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible. Oh, settle down, lady. Excuse me. October 19th, Global Studios Employee Arena area. God bless it. Area. I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming just one time. The trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later. I guess. This is where they found the bottle of the sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there's any other clues lying around. Yarr! No, 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 no. No touching. Eek! Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean. Oh, I almost had a heart attack. I guess it's gonna be a little drama-esque at times. I suppose that's an actor in me. Drama-esque, indeed. Ahem. Anyways, I'm here to examine the plate on the table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Trace is there for. So you're looking for the traces of the sleeping pills? How? For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capability of making a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to sleeping pills, see? If there's our traces, it changes colors. Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Now, everything in due time, pal. Huh? Oh? Eh. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed colors, alright? So there were sleeping pills on the plate? Looks like it. Ugh. Steak plate added to the court record. Gross. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers, and some people think they should switch suspects. What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I'd buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. How is Edgeworth doing, anyway? Edgeworth is out of control. He was in a waiting room, and he crushed the paper cup of hot coffee in it. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal. Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Well, crushing paper cups, bottles. Say, whatever happened to that empty bottle? Oh, that bottle of sleeping pills? Well, we got some good news for you about that. We found the victim Jackhammer's prints on the bottle. So that means, yep, it sounds like the one who put Powers asleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. Sleeping pill bottle added to the court record. Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning the dressing room. With WP won't be using anymore, so... why do you think that? What? Why? But WP is innocent. WP... yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done, but this week is the last episode of Steel Samurai. What? No! Okay. Didn't say it that long, but whatever. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes. On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume, too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. I guess the rumor must have been true, then. What the rumor? Yeah, Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She said had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Huh? Dirt. You know, bad stuff. Huh? I know what dirt means. Yeah, hold on. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using a new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too. The film set? That was the trailer part of the film set, then? The last episode. What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammers also signed a Steel Samurai's death warrant. No, no. Outside the Global Studios going in charge, it changes programming. I'm not gonna be making kid shows anymore. What? Why not? Or why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's the Global Studios decided. Why aren't they gonna be making kids shows anymore? The studio pigwigs don't want Steel Samurai around anymore. They wouldn't figure out about this all ever happened. They wouldn't be all quiet, you understand? How could they just go and do that? What about all the kids who love Steel Samurai? It's okay, I'm sure kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something. Yeah. I think evidence rather than words can be called for here. Here, take a look at this. The Path of Glory. And this is... Fan collected all these photographs. Kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be canceled just so some adults can save face. I would think that you would understand better than anyone. You're right. Okay. What can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. They're intent on hiding my sneeze. Tell me about the accident 5 years ago. Okay. Could you just tell me what happened 5 years ago? Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently 5 years ago someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyways, the producer, Mrs. Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt that she has on Mr. Hammer. And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Ms. Vasquez asked him to do. But that was an accident. Why didn't it just make it public? Well, you know, Mr. Hammer's a big star back then. They were afraid that what happened would happen to his career if it got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here in the studios back then, you know. Thanks. We'll try asking her. If she'll talk. Alright, I'm gonna talk to Mrs. Oldbag. I don't want to talk to Mrs. Oldbag. Ugh. She sure is one old bag. What are you still slinking around? If you like this place so much, why don't you take it over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everyone's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do you think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer. That's all due to Hammer. She's starting to froth the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep her safe distance. I want to ask you about 5 years ago. Who told you? Who did you hear that from? Nicholas. Nichols? Penny Nichols? The assistant we were talking to? Oh, right. Anyways, we heard about that accident. It was during the filming with the jackhammer. He killed the man, didn't he? Whippersnapper! Dredging off dirt on someone passed like that and recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun. No, it's just I'm doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume? You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole the Powers' costume? I have proof. I'm sorry, Mrs. Oldbag, I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. Take that! Mr. Powers ate the T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes, so... This is the plate that you used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. Humph! Ha! I bet Powers put that in him there himself. Even a lightweight like him must have trouble sleeping sometimes. Except that I have proof that Mr. Hammers put the pills in. Take that, you old bag. The bottles contain sleeping pills. Mr. Hammer's fingerprints were found on the bottle. I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Miss Oldbag. Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in. Miss Oldbag? You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident, a fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. I guess you made it all better, Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. She silenced the paparazzi. Then that was the beginning. After that, she became the force we reckon with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand, poor Hammer never meant any harm to anyone. Miss Oldbag. Hold on 1 minute. Poor old Miss Oldbag. Here, take this. Huh? A photograph? Wait a second. This is the picture. This is the trailer, Studio 2. Hammer was supposed to fight the bad guy on top of the stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell onto the flower box fence. But how did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it. I understand. She's a paparazzi? What do you need, Joey? You need a pee, you said? Right, hold on. October 19th, Studio 1 entrance. Think back next to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left for go to the Studio 2, right. But why? I wonder if somebody called him, like the director or producer? Hey Nick, it's Miss Vasquez. Hello. Hello. Hi. Hey, H-E-L-L-O. Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she has to say, apparently. She's just high as a kite. She's just smoking morphine or something. Oh, an opium. She's not even looking. Where? What? Where'd you get that? Old bag? Old. She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick. Right, anyway. Miss Vasquez, you heard the incident from the press, didn't you? And you used the control of Mr. Hammer. The wind. Huh? It's getting stronger, don't you think, the wind? Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Are you gonna try to kill me in the trailer? Nick, you went inside the trailer. Humph, you come. Well then, let's what was it you were talking about? Why is she so weird to talk about all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez? You were using that incident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why I was doing a kid's show for petty change. Huh. So I'm a blackmailer now, huh? Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident. But you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from the rightful place as a star. Oh, I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour on his own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him. I did think it was just an accident. Excuse me? That was all... this is all about? You kept saying accident, accident? How did you... How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think. What would it be if it wasn't an accident? No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That's what that is what I'm saying. And where is your proof? Can you prove it? Huh. Just to think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe me, you may. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she is a big fan of Hammers, you see. She jumped on a reporter who brought the photo into the studio. She wrenched out of his... What? She wrenched out of his hands, she did, gave him a few bruises too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course all the reporters wouldn't need these negatives. I could have made a copy, but he didn't. The only copy was that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me, now. What? This is valuable evidence. Boys... Who are they? Some mafioso. Professionals? They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? Trial ends tomorrow. How unfortunate. It's a shame that you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want the photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammerstert, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about all that? Or about it at all? I'm sure you have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No! Hold it right there. I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me now. Humph. Not bad. Very well. It appears the contest will be decided tomorrow then in court. I'm looking forward to it. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my intros. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe. Thank you. I was really scared. Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Look at Gumshoe trying to act all cool now. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just I've always wanted to say a line of ever since I became a detective. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. Well, Nick, looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? And who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez. Alright, we just got the trial off to do, and we're done with this case. We just got 2 more cases to do after that. It's December 20th at 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. We're now in session for the trial, Mr. Powers. Prosecutor is ready, Your Honor. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of the trial. Hope both of you, prosecution and defense, will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, open statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presents us with a new theory in the case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today we'll call upon people present in Studio 2 show that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Huh, very well. Mr. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. Rumble, grumble, crumble, jumble, bumble. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. Prosecution calls Mrs. D. Vasquez to the stand. Mrs. D. Vasquez is a producer of the president of the studio trailer 2 that day. Rumble, bumble, scrumble, rumble, scrumble. The witness state her name and occupation. D. Vasquez, I'm a producer of the Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in trailer 2. As everyone knows here, yes. Huh? I just like needless banter. If you can be more prognificant, do it when I'm not here. Ha! Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give us the court the testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. She doesn't wear pants. She's wearing a skirt. Unless she's talking about her pants as her underwear. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp and ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate a T-bone steak at the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's it. That's all. Okay. I have a question about the part of the testimony. You're fatigued, so you say Sal take you. The van, huh? There's a van at Studio 2. They haven't taken me in that. I thought it would be risky to walk, but with the monkey head toppling over. I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, you cross-examination. It's a final battle. Let's do it. Day of the murder. I had a trailer, so it was a little before noon. Meeting began at 12 sharp, ended at 4. There was to be rehearsal afterwards, so we went to the Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate a T-bone steaks at the table in front of the trailer. Ha! As I thought. Huh? You claimed you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not. What's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate. The plate was on a table in the employee's room. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, no need to remind you that it was a T-bone steak. Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Mrs. Vasquez and Mr. Manila ate at the table outside the trailer. Yet there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. Mrs. Vasquez? Tell me, how could the person have eaten a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You ate the bone. You ate a boneless steak. You didn't eat the steak. You didn't eat any steak during the break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like an incinerator. I see. Then what was Mr. Vasquez doing in a break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Being the Steel Samurai. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Order. Are you saying? Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran to the Steel Samurai, and then you did. You did it. You killed him with your own hands. Mr. Wright, isn't it that a little preposterous? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it. Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today it would be boring with all of the rest. Very well. Let's have the battle of wits, you and I. Hey, Dave Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Never go to battle with somebody stupider than you. They will drag you down to their level and beat you. With experience. Let's see. What was the murder weapon again? Oh yes, samurai spear. Yes. I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use a samurai or spear as a samurai? I think you could. You couldn't, could you? I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using this as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Ha! You see? Yes. However, that's no bearing on the case. Huh? What? Meaning? The samurai spear was not the murder weapon. Good! What's the meaning of this? The spear was found laying next to the victim's body. I have proof, Your Honor. You can prove that the samurai spear was not the use of the murder weapon. Murder weapon to break in the shaft had been mended by duct tape. Present. Present my proof, the so-called murder weapon. But this is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that the spear broke during the morning action scene run-through. But somebody fixed it with the spear. It was a security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is this possible? For someone to stab a man who was wearing a thick costume with this through the chest. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what your... Silence! I'm the one testifying here and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware that what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what the weapon uses Mr. Hammer? I can tell you. It was a fence! It was a spiky fence around the garden. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? I'm afraid that your confidence can be sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see the murder weapon then. It is, it's the fence, isn't it? Look at this photo. What is this? Why is Jack Hammer standing on top of the stairs? Yeah, why is Jack Hanna on top of the stairs? Order, order! They cannot have order and trial was suspended. Mr. Wright, what is all this about? This is a photograph from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of the very accident. Not a word that was leaked to the outside. It was a close cap secret to studios. What does that have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it. See the fallen man in the photo? See how the fence post pierced through his chest? What? Are you saying? Yes. What happened 5 years ago? Has happened again. Mr. Wright, continue. It's 2:30 p.m. on a day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died the same way that caused another man to die. 5 years ago. Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Ho ho! Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on the script writing staff. You deny what you say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say for sake of argument the hammer died in the trail as you say. Yet the body was found in Studio 1, was it not? And the evil magistrate costume no less. What are you claiming that you carried the body to Studio 1? And returned to the trailer all the space spares, how could I have done, dispose of the body? Breaking the meeting in the trailer lasted 15 minutes, or from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, and then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could he have dealt with the body? She had another way. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than her own two hands? For instance, you already told us about the van, you dimwit. Actually, for that matter, there's no need for her to do it the D in 15 minutes. Yeah, she actually do a quickie. She can't do the D in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. She herself, Her Honor, presented the evidence herself in the form of the van. Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1, and you used the studio van to do it. Require testimony. There was a rehearsal afterwards, so you went to the Studio 1. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? And you had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then before everyone else got there, you put the body in the magistrate costume. Hold on, Mr. Wright. Don't forget that Sal Manella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? Of course Sal Manella has to be a conspirator. If I has to be placed in the van and put into the costume, there's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. But she could have had her goons do it. Also, don't forget that she had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. She had to because it covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in the small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose, you win. It was fun. I win? Huh? So, what happens next? Huh? Don't me. Did you have anything to say? What do you like me to say? I lost? Something like that? I just said that. Wait, so you mean... Dude Vasquez, so you killed Jack Hammer? Everybody's waiting in silence. Even the court's silent. Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did it, Mr. Wright? We just engaged a battle of wits, and the result of that battle is you proved the possibility I was a murderer of Hammer. Right? But that's only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? Order, Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Of course, as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but, there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If there are more questions, I'll be leaving. Irk, what do I do now? Testify again. I'd like you to testify again. Testify again? No one to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before, the truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said what all there is to say. What would happen if I say it again? You ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time. Damn. You've come so far only to fall. I've come so far just to fall. I don't know. Whatever that one song was. Oh yeah, I come so far as to lose it all. Doesn't even matter. As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end this cross-examination of witness Miss Vasquez. Objection! Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I was hoping to come up with a question why I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. I see, very well. Objection! Your Honor, I requested the witness testify again. Are you the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear the testimony again. Even Edgeworth knows that the dude's innocent. He can't send an innocent man to jail. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that they have anything to gain from repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly do you want to testify about? Well, yes. Indeed. Verily, I say, ergo. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify at court concerning the matter. Huh. Nick? Why is Edgeworth... Who knows? He's probably realized you did it too. But... Wasn't he the one who said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all, Edgeworth... I think the second one, like, you have to defend Edgeworth as, like, he's accused of murder or something. After finding the body... I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when they found the body. The system was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated for pointing at Powers saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings, went back to the trailer and get my script and direction notes, then I went home. Huh. I see no issue raised by this testimony, Mr. Wright. Cross-examination? Okay, Nick. We're close, real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find a key you need and twist the truth out of her. Right. After finding the body. Alright. I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when they found the body. The system was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police and Powers showed up. The security lady was quite agitated, pointing to Powers saying he did it. Asked to be left out of the proceedings. Went back to the trailer and get my script and direction notes. The script and your direction notes? Yes, they're quite valuable. They weren't... It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio 1 for the rehearsal. Why didn't you bring the script and your notes? Well, I was under the impression that I wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Oh yeah, I guess. Huh. Very well. Mr. Vasquez, please continue. Your Honor. Drop. I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Huh? Think. Miss Vasquez says she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Didn't you see what this means? She would have known about the murder before going to Studio 1. Order, order! Mr. Edgeworth. What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of career change of defense? I appreciate your concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have any explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. Huh. So the prosecution is cahoots with the defense? What kind of court is this? No matter, it's a kangaroo court, ma'am. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no reversal. Huh? Very well, the witness will change her testimony to reflect the reason. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg in this photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in a run-through that morning. The person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why do you think Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it. It was Sal who told me. That's right. He must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. Who would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured? You saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez. You didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. And when it was doing this, well, it would have been after to put the Steel Samurai costume. And I went to Studio 2 where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez? You met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in a Steel Samurai suit. That's why we were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. What? Order, I love order. Witness, can you refute the claim? However... Yeah, let's see you sneak out this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Irk. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death, nothing. Huh? Yeah, she would need a motive. Why would she have killed their victim? If there's no reason to non-clear the court, does the defense have anything to say about the matter? In other words, can you prove that you had motive? Of course I can prove it. Okay, I have proof, and I'll show it to you. I present you the court evidence as Ms. Vasquez's motive for murder. And this is my proof. This is the photo from before. This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? That is your real name. 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was in the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began that day 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, Miss D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Ha! Bringing us to the present day, Mr. Hammer's last role, the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly it was the constant source of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. Are we talking about motives here? Yet you only have talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if Mr. Hammer, who had killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me, and I never get rid of useful men. That's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright, please explain Mrs. Vasquez's motive for murder. She has no motive, Your Honor. What? What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. What's this now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Mrs. Vasquez. What? What? Your Honor. Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai's costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume and fooled the security lady into thinking it was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill D. Vasquez, who had cruelly taken advantage of him for all those years. Why is she upset about that? Why is she upset if she killed him in self-defense? So you did it, didn't you? Yes. I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Ah, Mrs. Vasquez, what happened here? Manuel fell from the Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel. Mrs. Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No. How could this... It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing his action scene and... No, Manuel. Don't touch him, Mrs. Vasquez. No! Please don't die. Please. Okay, I'm confused. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose. Again. Mr. Edgeworth, where's D. Vasquez? In a waiting lobby, Your Honor, as calm and collective as ever. I see. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I appears that you've brought yet another miracle. I thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should found so was only natural, not a miracle. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty. Woo yeah! Woo yeah! Motherfucker woo! The court is adjourned. Oh, excuse me. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. Just glad that you're okay, yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez, To think that you tried to frame me for the murder, that makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Huh? Tell me. Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... It's because you were the Steel Samurai, because I was a Steel Samurai. Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kid's show, and a villain to the boot. The kids love the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you. I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him any time. I think you're missing the point. Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. So am I. So am I. Congratulations, WP. Oh. Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into this sweaty costume and... Is something wrong? No, of course not. Ah! Nick. Edgeworth. Say something, Wright. I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste your time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez has gotten away with it if he had stepped in. Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Edgeworth. A big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar. Right. I must say I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we had not met. Thanks to you, I am saddened with unnecessary feelings. Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They're only served to get in my way. You'll listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. He's having doubts about maybe possibly putting innocent people away, probably. Mr. Wright, is that guy your friend? What? Friends? As if... They're rivals. Rivals, right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Huh? Why do I get a feeling they're missing something? Come on, Nick, tell me. What's the deal with you and Mr. Edgeworth? Ah, my eyes are hurting. So, the curtain closes on another trial. A case I caused quite a stir by revealing the accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kid shows again. The Pink Princess, really? Nick, this is it. The new show starts today. You're going to watch it with me, right? I'll admit I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant. Fine, I'll do it. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. I don't know. I don't think they would be ready for real Will Powers. Wait, they went with the Pink Princess, but Will Powers still played the lead? Okay. Why couldn't they just, like, have a crossover or whatever? Brand new episode has been added. Alright, so then next time we'll be playing Turnabout Goodbyes. I don't think we're going to be able to, like, do the whole thing once again and probably split down into, two episodes, 2 streams, 2 recordings, whatever, because it takes a while for these to go through, or for me to do these. Like, it took me almost 2 hours, a little over 2 hours to do this, and my voice starts to go, so, like, one thing is, like, almost 4 hours, and then, we got 2 more cases to go, and I think the last one's probably pretty long, so I don't know if I'm even going to do that in 2 episodes. There might be 3 episodes. Anyways, so this has been Ace Attorney. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, the first one. We just got done with Turnaround Samurai. Next one is Turnaround Goodbye. I should save my game before I forget, because I will forget and I won't be able to. Where did it save this at? Browser storage. It's saved in my browsers? I have no idea what that even is. I don't know where I would find that, but I just saved it on my computer. Alright, so I appreciate anybody who came down to watch this. We will continue the whole series. We'll eventually get it done. But I think in between like the games, I'll probably play something else. There's just a lot of freaking like Phoenix Wright games. So I don't know. I don't think I can just sit here and just play through all of them in a row. I mean, would be nice, but it's gonna take a while to do all that. So I don't know what we're gonna play after this. We'll probably just play like a shorter game. Maybe we'll play the first Advanced War game, and then we'll go back to Phoenix Wright 2, and then swap between Phoenix Wright and Advanced Wars. Until the Advanced Wars is done, and we'll swap out to something else in between Phoenix Wright. So, like I said, I appreciate you guys coming back to watch this. Make sure you are excellent to each other, excellent to yourselves. Take care of your mental health, physical health, all that good jazz. Keep your stick on ice, and I'll see you in the next one.